Life can get pretty complicated sometimes, can't it? We're all just trying to find our way, looking for a little bit of guidance when things feel uncertain. Today, we're diving into how some people find that guidance, looking through the lens of a particular astrologer based in Birmingham. I think we've all been there. That moment where the path ahead just seems a bit foggy. You're not sure which way to turn. It's that search for clarity, for a clear sign, that really gets people asking some big questions. And a lot of the time, that fog rolls in right around our personal lives. Relationships are amazing, but they can also be incredibly tough to figure out, whether you're trying to fix a connection or you're still looking for that special someone.
Then there's work. Man, that's a big one. Am I in the right job? Should I take the leap and start my own thing? These aren't small questions. They can keep you up at night, for sure.
And of course, there's family. The emotional side of family disagreements or personal issues can feel so heavy, leaving you feeling totally stuck. So, when all these things pile up, where do you even begin to look for help? Well, that brings us right to the main person our source material is all about, Master Kalyan. He's presented as a go-to psychic and spiritual advisor in Birmingham, someone who helps people with these exact kinds of problems. So, who exactly is he? Well, according to our sources, Master Kalyan has been doing this for years. His whole focus is on helping people cut through the noise to find clarity, get some guidance, and just find a bit of peace of mind so they can move forward.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. How does this actually work? Let's take a look at the specific ways astrological insights are used to tackle these very real, everyday challenges.
First up, the big one, love. The idea here is to use astrology to kind of decode your relationships. The goal is to get insights that might help you understand your partner better, make your connection stronger, or even help you find the one you're looking for. And taking that a step further, there's marriage. This is where compatibility readings come in. It's all about looking at the dynamic between two people for the long haul, seeing where you click, what challenges might pop up, basically giving you more perspective before you make one of the biggest decisions of your life. Okay, so we've talked about the heart. Now what about your career? The source says spiritual insight can be applied here too. It's about getting clarity on whether you're on the right path or figuring out how to handle problems at work to get you where you want to be. And then there's something a little different, spiritual healing. This is less about a specific problem and more about your overall well-being. The whole idea is to clear out negative energy and emotional baggage to help you feel more balanced, positive, and at peace. So, those are the services. But let's be real. The big question is, why would someone trust this kind of guidance? What makes people feel confident enough to open up? Let's see what the sources say about building that trust. Well, the source points to a few key things. First, he's got years of experience. Then there's the claim of accurate predictions. A huge one is that everything is confidential and respectful. And importantly, the advice is meant to be practical, stuff you can actually use. Plus, the approach is described as friendly and supportive. And really, it seems to come down to how people feel afterwards. It's not just about getting information. This quote suggests the goal is for people to walk away feeling relieved, like a weight has been lifted, and feeling more hopeful and empowered about the future. And this is so important, privacy. Our source material really makes a point of this. When you're talking about your most personal problems, you have to know it's a safe space. So the promise is that every conversation is kept completely professional and confidential. So we've covered the what and the why. Now let's talk about the how. This last part is all about what happens when someone decides they're ready to actually do something and take that next step. It's really framed as more than just an appointment. It's presented as this powerful first step, a move you make toward understanding your own life path, your destiny, and really taking control to build a better future for yourself. And for anyone who feels like that's the step they need to take, the information is right there, clear and simple. There's a phone number and a website, making it really easy to reach out and get started. And it all comes full circle. Right back to that first question. Are you ready to find those answers? It really taps into that deep human need for understanding in a world that can feel pretty chaotic. Thanks for joining me for this one.